The following presentation is for mature audiences only.
Who are you?
He's a fine man.
All hell is broken loose.
He's a great broadcaster.
He's a very powerful guy.
Absolutely brilliant.
Feared by men, adored by women.
He's a smart boy. It's patriotic.
It's no big deal.
It's the end of the world.
I might as well tell you now. He's a monkey.
And how you doing, rockers and cockers? Welcome in to another edition of The Wyldeside with Eric Clark. I am your host, Eric Clark, saying thank you for taking time out of your busy day being awesome to hang out with us on the east side of Music City, USA. Make sure you are subscribed to the YouTube channel, hit that notification button, smash the like button, but most importantly, engage in the comment section. YouTube is all about the algorithm, and if I want to get to 30,000 subscribers, I need you to engage in the comment section so that YouTube throws me in their big old algorithm stream, and it helps promote the channel. One of the biggest comments I get in my comment section is, you should have more subscribers. Well, I need you to help me help you, help me help you, or whatever that saying is. So when you're done watching the video, fill me in with all the info you want, but if not anything else, when you're done, throw me some horns down in the comment section. It's a pretty simple trade. I sit here and make the video, do all the editing and all that. All you have to do is throw some horns, man. That's it. I'll like it. Everybody's fine. Nice little exchange right here. If you have a suggestion for a band song or a video that you want me to make a video on, get over to the Discord server. That, along with all of our social media, is linked down below in the description. Get over to Discord, left-hand side, YouTube reaction requests, read the pinned message, drop a link, a brief description. I will get to it when I can. Today's Discord suggestion is coming from Swedish Gunnar, both on Discord and during a live stream. Said, hey man, TommyJohansson's band Majestica dropped a new one. Check it out. So today we are back with TommyJohansson, and if I'm not mistaken, one of my earliest reaction breakdown videos was a Majestica track because I was coming from Sabaton and they were like, hey, you need to check out Majestica. So that was one of my earlier reactions was to Tommy, and I've always loved his vocals. Even the Twisted Sister cover I highlighted of his, just fantastic. So I'm looking forward to it. Nuclear Blast Records never lets me down. This is brand new Majestica. This is called A New Beginning. It's on the Wyldeside. Here we go. Oh, I need that logo. All right, that is Majestica, their new track, A New Beginning, as suggested over on Discord by Swedish Gunnar. Thank you very much, Swedish Gunnar, for that. Again, if you like Swedish Gunnar, have a track, band, song, something you want me to check out, get over to the Discord server, your one-stop shop for all things Wyldeside. Left-hand side, YouTube reaction requests, read the pinned message, follow the rules, man. It's real simple stuff, and I will get to your suggestion when I can. I know that this song is really a showcase for Tommy's vocals here, but I want to say this before I get caught up in the minutia, is that is a perfect hook. That's a perfect hook. That guitar player is hitting a perfect hook, bro. It's a perfect key. It's the perfect melody. It's the perfect hook. It really is, man. That's why it's called a hook. I've said this before. I've talked about these words before, how they're seen by most people and how they're seen by those of us who work in the music radio industry. There's good formulaic and there's bad formulaic. There's good mainstream and there's bad mainstream. And it takes a discussion to delineate between the two. This is a perfect mainstream rock song. I was just lamenting in a previous live stream, and it was funny the reaction that I got from people when they started to realize how correct I was, that we've kind of shied away. The mainstream that I defend has shied away. It's the criticisms I have of it. The mainstream has shied away from guitar solo rock. It really has. There was like this 10, 15-year period where there were no solos. There were just no solos. There were a couple of hooks and riffs, but no like blistering solos that we really want in our music. And I find it interesting that sound, that throwback tone, that legacy element that we've been lacking in our music is now coming out of Europe. And a lot of the European bands, like Majestica, are just playing straightforward, guitar solo, vocal-driven rock. Do that. I've been screaming that from this chair every time I come across a track like this. I'm like, hey, American music industry, do that. Do that. It's not that hard, but it is. Meaning, if Tommy's out here doing it with Majestica and other bands are out there doing it as well, you see where I'm going with this? So anyway, I just wanted to say that between the riff, between that hook and that solo, the song musically, and I'll get to the vocals, musically speaking, the song checks every box, doesn't it? It checks every box for your rock song. I don't like labels. I don't do the label stuff. This is just a straightforward rock song. Now, in the track, you're hearing a lot of influence. There's a lot of folk influence in there. There's a lot of European influence in there. It smacks European. But there's also these traditional tones that go along with those influences that are universal. And it's very smartly put together. It ebbs and flows very well. It's nice and smooth. No sharp edges in the transitions. The drummer did a really good job of building those bridges with the bass player and getting from, verse, verse, chorus, verse, verse, chorus. They're really good at seamlessly and subtly making those transitions so nothing is hitting your ear incorrectly. Everything is layered properly so that when it's hitting that timpani in your ear, it flows naturally and it's not being rattled. Have you ever heard, the way I liken it is, have you ever heard that guy with the stereo that from the outside, all you can hear is stuff rattling, right? Like, that guy, like, have you ever been sitting there and somebody pulls up next to you at the light and it's like, I know that's loud on the inside. I know you're probably really having a good time there, but on the outside, it's not hitting correctly. That's when things are sometimes overdone. They put too much. They don't put enough of something in there. They stay too long in one space, and it creates that rift in your hearing. This track musically does a perfect job of ebbing and flowing and allowing your head and your ear to breathe naturally through the track. Now, about the vocals. I mean, I don't know. I'm running out of superlatives for this kid. I don't know how else to put it aside from, dude, he's top 20 vocalist out there right now as far as rock goes. His vocals carry this really wonderful, dominating innocence. Right? There's a kindness, if that makes sense. So when I talk about hearing in colors, sometimes these colors will breathe. They're oxygenating colors. They're colors that give oxygen. They're the bright yellows, the bright pinks, the oranges, things like that. His vocals are really, really sweet. They're sweet. I know, because he dominates. He's very commanding, right? They're heavy, but they're not. It's very difficult to describe, man. I mean, it's like a waffle. It's like the perfect waffle, right? It's like the perfect waffle where you're like, bro, this is going to dominate me completely, but there's a sweetness to it that you accept as. I know I might be, I might have the munchies. I don't know what it is, but there's a sweetness to it. There's a lightness. There's a breathing to it that is. Like I said, it almost feels like a kindness in his vocals because the way that he shapes his notes. Okay, he never ends. There was hair music in the 80s, and then there was hair music in the 90s, right? Where 90s and 2000s, every rock band had to finish a sentence with "huh" or something like that, right? He doesn't do that. He knows how to sing, so he ends his vocals cleanly, super clean. And that's something else about Tommy that I've always enjoyed, is how clean the tone is. There's no shadow on his vocal, none at all. It is a brilliant color. And when I say brilliant, I don't mean intelligent or anything. What I mean is brilliant is in it sparkles. There's a shine and a sheen to his vocals that carry that innocence, that kindness, that guilelessness that I think adds to the power, right? Because it makes you like, whoa, man, this dude's peeling skin off my face here, and it's not unexpected, but it's underexpected, maybe, if that's a word. So again, I'm glad to see these guys back in it because they're just a great, straightforward rock band. There are tinges of the European influence. There are tinges of their love of folk and folk metal and things like that. But for the most part, that's a brilliant, straightforward, guitar-driven rock song. And if I were to stand in front of a room full of American record reps from record labels, I would just, hey, do that. Get more of that. That's really good stuff, dude. So thank you very much, Swedish Gunnar, for the suggestion of Majestica. That is a new beginning. I'll have everything linked down in the description. If you, like Swedish Gunnar, have a band song or a video that you'd like me to check out, get over to the Discord server. It's free to subscribe. Left-hand side, YouTube reaction requests. Read the pinned message. Drop a link, a brief description. I'll get to it when I can. You can also follow me on any and all the social media. Everything is linked down below in the description, including ways to contribute to the channel from Patreon to PayPal. But the biggest contribution I need from you right now is engagement down below. Let me know what you think of Majestica, all that other stuff, but if not anything else, throw me some horns down in the comment section. I need to get to 30,000 subscribers, but I need you to help the engagement so that YouTube puts me in there. We're going to promote this guy algorithm because it's all about the algorithm. So again, thank you very much for taking time out of your busy day to hang out with me on the east side of Music City, USA. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that notification button. Make sure you're looking out for each other. Make sure you're looking out for your neighbor. Try to do at least one good thing a day. I am Eric Clark, and this has been The Wyldeside.